Hello, good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible to everybody. If I am, then write a yes or just give me a thumbs up in the chat box. Quickly. Guys, if you can listen to me, if I'm audible to you guys, then just write a quick yes or give me a thumbs up in the chat box. Okay, excellent. So, welcome and welcome back to the day 2 of Web Development Workshop by Tech Octanet Services. Let us begin. Subhranshu,
Yes.
take over.
So hello, welcome back to the day two of this front end development session. And as we have planned, on the first day we'll go for the HTML part. On the second day we'll go for the CSS part, and third day we'll go for JavaScript. And on the last day we'll do a small project and learn some React. Okay. So today is the second day, so we will start with the CSS today. Yes. Good evening. Okay. So yesterday we have uh, learned to how to use the HTML tags, how to create HTML elements in a website, how to create websites, and how to host these websites. Okay. But the problem was that websites are not looking that good. Okay, that websites are not looking that good to and are not providing any good user interface or user experience. So to provide a good user interface, we need CSS along with the HTML. Okay, so CSS plays a vital role in developing friendly interfaces, and so it is very important. Okay, so let me share the screen. Okay, entire screen. Is my screen is visible? Hello, is my screen is visible? Okay, okay. So let's go to the CSS. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. Okay, cascading means one after another, because in HTML we know that there can be nested elements, one element, then another element, then inside that another element. So there can be nested element present inside the website. So to provide these styles to the nested element, it goes on a cascading way. Okay, so that's why it is cascading. And style sheets means we provide some style to that element. That's why these are style sheets. So cascading style sheets stands, that's for CSS. Okay. So why CSS? I already told you that only HTML cannot provide you a very good website, because HTML is only a frame. For example, HTML is only the skeleton of your body. Okay, only the skeleton of your body. The skeleton of your body is enough for a human. Okay, that is not enough, na. So we need CSS for the betterment of a website, to provide a very good user interface, and your website should look good, na. User will go to a website that will look good. Obviously, a website having a very good interface will get more users than the website which is having a less good interface. Okay, so that's why CSS is important. Okay. So let's start with CSS. Okay. Uh, Yesterday I have told you that the HTML ID and class attribute. Okay. So HTML ID attribute specifies a unique ID for an HTML element. I already told you ID specifies an unique element for the HTML element. Okay. And the class attribute, as some of the students may be knowing the oops concepts. In oops concepts there are class. Okay. So class and objects are the instance of a class, and class are the uh, blue, we can say the blueprint of a object. Class is the blueprint of a object. All the object belonging to the same class have the same type of behavior. So the class attribute is used to point a class name in a style sheet. It can also be used by the JavaScript to access and manipulate the elements with the specific class name. Okay. So there are class and IDs in HTML attributes, and these are used for manipulating the CSS, the HTML elements. Okay. Okay. What are the ways to add CSS? As yesterday also one student also asked about how many ways to add CSS. There are three ways to add CSS: inline, embedded, external. So one by one we'll go through each. So let me create a, open the VS code on the day 2. Okay. So let it be named as index.html. Okay. Let's add an boilerplate template, and after that let's go to the first one. We used to add CSS. The first one is the inline style. Okay. So in inline style, there is a style attribute of each HTML element. For example, I will write an h1 tag, and inside that I will write hello world. Okay, hello world. Let's create the live server for it. Yes. See, hello world is written here. Okay. Visible? Is it visible? Yes. Okay. Interface design attracts user. Yes. So hello world is visible to you, but it is in black color. If I want to change the color to red, so I need CSS because it's the default behavior of the HTML to write to have the color of black of all elements. Okay, so if I need to change the color to red, I can use CSS. So the first one is inline style. In inline style, we have a style attribute for each HTML elements. For example, h1 is a h1 tag. This is the HTML element. So we'll write a style attribute, and inside the style attribute, I will write the property. The property is color property. Okay, color property. What is the color? Color. I need to change the color to red. Okay. So style attribute inside double quotation. I will write the property name, then colon, then the uh, value of the property. That is the red. Okay, color colon red. So let's see. Now the color changes to red. If I want to change the color to, for example, aquamarine. Okay, aquamarine. See, the color changes to aquamarine. So this is the first way to add CSS, that is the inline style. The second way is the embedded style. Okay, first one is the inline style. Second one is the embedded style. So let me comment it here. Hello world. So for that embedded style, I need a style tag. Okay, I need a style tag, and that style tag will be written in the head part, not the body part. So I'll write a style tag inside the head tag, and there I'll write. I need to first, for example, I need to write the change the color of the h1 tag. So I write h1. Okay, then curly braces, then the property name along with the property value. For example, I need to change the color to yellow. Okay, I need to change the color to yellow. See, it is yellow in color. Okay, is it visible? Okay, so we need to change the color to yellow, and we have changed the color to yellow by using the embedded style. This is the second way of adding style in HTML. Um, HTML file. So, and the last one is the external style. and external style is the most preferred one over these styles, because if you write the styles inside the HTML element, that HTML for a little part we are writing this, okay, but imagine you are having an HTML file that is containing thousands of lines, okay, and inside that you are writing the styles, and that will also consume another thousand of lines, okay. So this will look so clumsy that if you want to debug your code, you cannot debug. So it is better to create a separate file for CSS, and there we will write all the CSS, and if we need any reference also, we can go to that file and check if and debugging also works fine in that case. So for doing the external using the external style, so we can create an style sorry css file. For that I can write style.css file, okay, and for that style.css I need to link these files, okay. Obviously these two are all independent files, so I have to make one dependent on other. That's by linking these files. What is the file? I need to link style.css file with index.html, okay. So I write link, see, link css, okay, link relation equals to style sheet href equals to style.css. So style.css is there, so it will be linked. So I'll write the same thing, that h1 property color equals to yellow here, okay. Now I'll change this color to, for example, blue, okay. See, working fine, okay. Any doubts? Okay. So and these three styles also have three types of styles also have a preceding order, okay. Preceding order means if I apply three different style on the same attribute, which will work first, which will be prioritized first, the inline style, the embedded style, or the external style. So first, the highest priority is given to the inline element, inline style, then the embedded style, then the uh, which one, external style. See here, if I comment this, okay, here I am writing h1 color equals to yellow, okay, but here it is showing h1 color equals to blue. These are conflicting each other. Here color equals to yellow, here color equals to blue. So I told you what, there is a priority order. In priority order, first comes the which one, inline style, then the embedded, then the least priority is given to the external style. So here embedded style and external style is there, so embedded style will be get higher priority, okay. So embedded style will get higher priority. H1 goes to blue, to yellow. Let's check it for me. Why it's not working? Let's check. Need to check it. Style goes to yellow. H1 hello world. Okay, let's apply inline style here. Color goes to, for example, sorry, style color equals to, for example, I will say brown. See, it is changing to brown, but that is conflicting is why not working. But it is working in case of inline. The embedded should work. I don't know why that not working. Maybe the browser is creating any conflict because I am using Mozilla. I will check it and answer you. But see here, the inline is having more priority over that, okay. Then comes the embedded, then comes the external, okay. And okay, yes, I got it. Why it is not working? Because the See, the link is done after this style item. So if I remove this and make it before that, okay, and I remove this one, okay, because the HTML file loads in top down way. Okay, first the first line, and at last the last line. Okay, now see it is yellow. Okay, got it? Why it was not working in that case? Okay, so priority is first the inline, then the embedded style, then the external style. And there is also an important um, attribute, an important keyword, sorry, not attribute. You can add if anything is important, you don't want to change it. I can use important here. For example, I need blue color to be there, but it isn't present in external. I don't want to change it, so I'll write exclamation mark, then important here. Okay, so see, it is being in which color? Blue color. As I have write sorry, which one? Important keyword. Okay, okay. So in the next part, let's go to the next part. Inline style, embedded style, the external style. That this is complete. Then comes the CSS selectors. Okay, for CSS selectors, how we select the elements of a class, how we target the element of a HTML file. For example, here we are targeting the h1 tag. Okay, so here you are selecting the whole element, so it is the element selector. Okay, first one you are using the element selector. So for using the element selector, you don't have to write anything. You only have to write the name of that element, then call it. Okay, for example, there is a h2 tag, and that is having a class of for example, um, cyan. Okay, cyan is the class name of this h2. Here hello world is written. Okay, and I want to select this, okay, this class. So this is this class later. For selecting class, I need to write dot before the class name. The class name is cyan. So first I will write to need to write the dot, then cyan. Okay, and after that I will write what the thing I need to done. For example, color. I need to change the color to which one? Let's keep it cyan. Okay, keep it cyan. See, it is working. Okay, then comes which one? The third one. Sorry, okay, I have done this class selector. Okay, then go to ID selector. Okay, for selecting ID, here I have a attribute class. Then let's create a h3 element which will have the class of sorry, ID of, for example, which one? Wallet. Okay, wallet, and I think there is a typo. Okay, it is id equals to violet. So let's keep it that same hello world. Okay, and here to if I are selecting the class, we are writing dot. If I are selecting any id, we'll write hash. Then I have to write violet. Okay, so violet, then I have to write the color equals to same color, violet. Okay, see the color changing to violet. First one we are selecting the which one, whole element, and to select element we only use the which one, the uh, element name. Then while using selecting the class we use a dot, and while selecting a id we use a hashtag symbol. Okay, and let's go to other part, that is the group selector. If there is two let me create div dot one class hello one. Okay, and another div dot 2. It will create a class of 2. Hello 2. Okay, so let's comment out these. And there is a class 1 and 2. If I need to select both these class at a one time, so how can I select? I can group them. So how can I group them? I will write dot 1, that will select the one class, then I will use simply a comma. Okay, then dot 2. Okay, then I will write the property. I need to write, for example, let's change the color to cadet blue. Okay, see, the color is changed to cadet blue. Fine, this is called the group selector. Then there is a universal selector. Universal selector means this will select all the elements. For example, I will create a div, I will write any random text here, then another div, there are also some random text, div rm 13. Okay, writing some random text, comment out these things. For universal selector, we use a wildcard character, that is the star. Okay, someone who have used a MySQL is knowing the star keyword. We can say star character. Star is used to select all. Okay, so and this is universal, so I have to select all. That's why star is used. And after that, we can write color H, for example, chocolate color. Okay, see, okay, everything's color will be changed to that color I specified. Okay, this is called the which one? Universal selector. Beside these, other type of selector are also there. There is a called descendant selector. Descendant selector means uh, if there is a div, okay, inside div there is a h1. Okay, here I will write inside div I am h1. Okay, and here I will write another h1 tag. I write outside div I am h1. Okay, so if I need to select the h1 that is only inside the div, how can I write? If I write only the h1 part, h1, then color equals to, let's keep it green. Okay, some do is getting, because this is important, I have written this one. Okay, now it will be green. See, it is green, but I need to change the color of the h1 tag that is inside the div only. So I have to use a descendant selector. Okay, so for that I can use descendant selector for that, and for that I will write div, then a greater than symbol. Okay, div then a greater than symbol. See, the I am inside the div. Inside the div I am h1. That's changed to only green, and other one is yellow due to the this one. I have used the h1 color equals to yellow green. That's why. Okay, so that's why it is showing. So this is called descendant selector, and another is called a child selector. For example, inside this there is another h1 class. Okay, another h1 class. Okay, uh, inside h1 I am h1, but see, inside h1 I am h1. This is working because it is direct children. But if it is not a direct children, you can simply write div then h1, div then h1. No comma will be there. Then I can change the color to, for example, blue violet. So all the h1 that are inside the div, It can be a direct child or can be indirect child. All the color will be changed to blue violet. See, everyone is changing to blue violet. This is called child selector. Okay, all with same name. If it is a class, they will get the same color or get the same. But if it is a same its id same and name are not allowed. I'm not getting a question. Always same name. But if multiple elements with same name, which name? Class name. Good evening. Multiple elements with same name. Can give multiple elements in same class name. No problem. Here you can give multiple elements with same class name. No problem will be there. Okay. So there are these types of selectors are there: element selector, id selector, class selector. In element we don't use anything, we only name the element that are using. Then for id we are using a hashtag. For a class we are using a dot. And for grouping we are using comma to select a group. For universal selector you are using a star. And in child's descendant selector we use a greater than symbol. And in child selector we simply write one after another. Okay, so these types of css selectors are there. Okay, then we go to background property. Any doubts here? Same tag name. How to select same tag name? It will be fine. You can select same tag name by, for example, this is h1 and I need to give a h2. I am h2. Okay, so if I write h1 along with h2, okay, I'll write a comma and I write color goes to red. Okay, so see, it's red and red. Okay, I think it's fine. So let's move further because we have to cover a lot of things today. Background property. Okay, so for the background property, see, in the web page that we have created yesterday, there is no background. We have only used the text and some pictures on the left or right. There is no background. If I want to give a background of it, so how can I give? For example, uh, I am commenting these things. Okay. And commenting whole CSS also. Okay. So here we are using, for example, I am writing a paragraph. Okay, paragraph. I am generating some random words. Lorem 45 here. Okay, and another paragraph. Lorem 56. Okay. Let's see how it's looking. Yes, looking like this. I need to give a background color to this. So for giving a background color, first you have to choose for which one I have to give the background color. For example, this is the paragraph. So for that paragraph tag, I need to. So it is a element selector. So for selecting element, I need to write the tag name only T. Okay. Then inside that, I'll write color equals to not color. You need to change the background color. Na? Background color equals to blue. See, it is changing to blue. It's not looking well. So let's change to yellow. A light color, it will look well. See, it's looking well. We have given a background color to this. Okay. What if I need to give a background image? Okay. I need to give a background image to this. So let's let me comment this one. We'll work on this only. I given another lorem. I need a lot of words here. See, this. Okay. I need a background image here. So what can I do? Okay, okay. Background color pink. You can give elements color pink. Explain descendant selector. Descendant selector is normally, see, if I need to select the, see here, here is a div tag. Inside div there is a h1. If you want to get only select only the h1 that is inside the div, you have to use the div. Likewise, we have seen div, then the greater than symbol, then h1. After div into the h1, then the color will be changed to that one. Okay, and other h1 which are outside the div, on that h1 the property will not be applied. Okay, the h1 tags that are inside the div only, that property will be applied, and that these are the direct childrens. Okay, so this is the descendant selector. I hope it is fine. And so, we are at giving an background image. So first, let me download an image. Let's get a bird image. For example, this one. Okay, save images. I will save it in done it. Day two. Let it be named as bird. Okay, so we have downloaded, and inside that paragraph, we need to change the color. Okay, so for that, right inside that here, comment this, write background, okay, image, then I'll write the URL, and inside the URL I will give the path. Okay. So see, it is giving the background image. As the image is very much big, it is giving the part that is inside that given text only. Okay, see here, the word is there, a little part of word is seeming to be there. Okay, so this is how we can add a background image to the element. What I have to write? Only background image. Then you have to give a URL, and inside that URL, you need to have the path to that image. Okay, okay. Then next part, background repeat. Okay. For example, I need to repeat this background. Repeat this background repeat. Okay, for example, I need to repeat the background in x-axis. As it is covering the whole thing, that's why it is not showing. Let me download a low resolution image. uh, let- yes, it is a low resolution image. Okay. So bird 2. So here simply I write bird 2. See here, repeat is allowed in x-axis only. Here I have given repeat x. That's why it is repeating. If I am not giving, sorry, by default it also takes repeat x equals to default. By default it is taking repeat x. If I write background repeat, background repeat, and I write no repeat, it will be not be repeated. Okay. If I write background repeat in y-axis, it will be repeated in y-axis. Okay, and repeated in x-axis is by default. Okay, and if I write any other property, for example, background repeat round, let's see what happens. Oh, it is rounding there. It is taking the whole width. Okay, so this is the property background repeat. Then comes the background size property. So let's comment out this. Comes a background size. Yeah. Background size have auto, contain, and cover. Contain will only contain it. The part of the image that is having that resolution will have the image. The part that is not there, that will remain vacant. For example, this. See, the part of the image that is only there, that will be covered, other one will be vacant. Okay, so uh, then comes another one, that is cover. Means that image will cover the whole the single image will cover the whole element, and the resolution of it will be depleted. See, one image is there, it is covering the whole part, so its resolution is depleted. Okay, I think you understood. What is background repeat, background size. Okay, then another attributes are there, that are the height and width. Simply we can define the height and width of the background. For that, I can simply write, for example, height equals to 100 pixel. See, height is 100 pixel. Okay, height is 100 pixel. If I reduce the width also, width to, for example, 300 pixel. See, it is the background size is reduced to which one? The width is decreased of that day. Okay, understood? Height and width. Simply, uh, if the image is saved in different drive instead of the same file where the HTML is saved, then how will you write the parts of the image? Okay, good question. See, the path is direct. Okay, that's why I'm writing only the name. If I'm having that, for example, I'm copying that. Okay, bird.jpg. I'll, I'm cutting that file. Okay, Control X I have written. Then I will simply go to that Octanet. Okay, here I will copy paste. Okay, it's not working. Let me done it manually. Control X, here Control V. I have copied the image from the day 2 to outside. Okay, so obviously the image will be not loaded here because I have given the direct path. So for getting that out of that folder, you can use double dot. Okay, you can use a double dot, single dot for the current directory, double dot for the previous directory. And previous directory, see, it is giving me suggestion of bird2.jpg, and bird2.jpg, it is, let me check why it's not showing. Okay, VS Code had no access to the outside. I have to restart the VS Code once again here. Okay, and for that index.html, I need to open with live server once again. See, the image is coming now. Okay, I think that's fine. Okay, yes. Obviously, I will share the PPT. How to make the total image spread over the window. You want to share spread the over the window. So for that, I have to create a div of that window size, and for that window size, I have to give the height to 100 VH. VH means viewport height. Height will be the viewport height, and width will be 100 VW, viewport width. 100 viewport means the whole height and width will be consumed for that paragraph. Okay, then we can give the URL of the bird, and as we need to cover it, so we can write background size equals to cover. I need to cover the background to the background image to the whole web page. Now, see, it's fine now. VH and VW. Okay, VH and VW stands for viewport height, and VW stands for viewport width. If the whole viewport height is given as 100 VH, if you want to only use the half of it, what will write? 50 VH. If I write 50 VW here, what will it be? Will only cover the 50% of that whole width. See, width is consuming 50%. Okay, Instead of width, if I reduce the height to 50, it will be 50% of the viewport height. So 50 up. I think you understand. Sir, if we represent in percentage, what will be the change? Percentage means the same. 100%. 100% means it will take the parent containers 100%. So if I am writing 100%, same thing. It will take the parent. But viewport height and viewport width are constant. Okay. View percentage is given on according to the parents. For example, paragraph tag is there. Tag is the parent of that. Of that parent element, 100% will be consumed. Okay. But VH and VW are constants. If you do any nested thing in nested element, the size of the element may decrease to 50%, and that 50% will be considered as the 100% of the child one. Okay, that's the difference between percentage and VH and VW. RM is not there. If you are comfortable in Hindi, please teach in Hindi, but also other students are also there. I am instructed to teach in English. Okay. Then where pixel is used, so see, pixels, EM, and these VH and VW. See, you have centimeter, you have meter, you have kilometer, but you use when you require it. For small measurement, you take centimeter. Okay, and for large measurement, you need kilometer. That's how it is needed. If you are doing any small, for example, you are designing any icon are slow, very small, so that small icons to be represented in pixels. Okay, small item to be represented in pixels. If you are designing any div, okay, div of the whole website, and that div will be very big. So if you are giving 50 half percent half of that viewport width, then you will give the 50 VW. Okay, that will be used. And EM stands for emphasized. Emphasized will be 16 pixel. Okay, likewise 100 centimeter is 1 meter. In the same manner, 16 pixel is 1 EM. Okay, these are the units of the measurement in CSS used. Okay, if you are comfortable in pixels, you can give in pixel. If you are comfortable in VH and VW, you can give in VH and VW. If you are comfortable in EM, emphasized, then you can use in emphasized. No problem is there. Okay, I think you understand. If you are you can use the percentage also. Okay, we need to cover all the things, so we have to move a little bit faster here. Okay. So this part is over, I think, background wrap part. Then comes the CSS box model. This is one of the thing that many people cannot understand the thing. I don't know why, but it is nothing is there inside the margin, border, padding, content. These are the four things of an element. Every element in CSS have these four things. Every element. I will show you this. Uh, Let me increase this. For example, I need to create a new div. To create a new div, for that I'll simply write div, and let given class of 1 to that, and here it will be hello world. Okay, hello world, and on the CSS part I'll write the one I have given the name of the class, the dot one. Then I need to change, for example, I will change the height. Height equals to, for example, 300 pixel I'll give. So see, hello world is there. Okay. But when you check it, it's becoming like this. Okay, I don't know why this is 100 vh 100%. Dot one. I've used any. It equals to this one. Why it is 1064? Whole width will be. Okay, this is a div level element. That's why. Okay, no problem. See, this is a block level element. That's why it is taking the whole width. I've told you yesterday what is the difference between an inline element and a block level element. The block level element takes the whole width of that of your viewport, but the span, the inline element, that is the span, that takes only the required and only the space that is required for that. Okay, so uh, here hello world is I have changed the height to 300 pixel here. Height equals to 300 pixel, that's why it is showing this. Okay. So this is the whole element, and for that whole element, uh, this is the layout, I think. Yes, let me increase this. See, here is the whole elements uh, layout is defined. Margin is 0, border is 0, padding is 0, content is 1064 is the width and 300 is the height. Okay, here the margin, border, padding are 0. These are present, but that value are 0. Margin is the portion that is outside of the content. Margin is the portion that is outside of the content. Then comes the border. Border is the content that is on, that is the boundary of the content. That is the boundary of the content. Okay. And padding is the gap between the content, original content, and its border. One by one, I will give you example. First, let's define its border. Okay. Border is defined as border defined as, if you write border, then you have to first define the border style. Sorry, first you have to define the border width, for example 2 pixel. Then you have to define the border uh, style, that is for example solid style, 2 pixel solid. Then you have to define the color, for example red color. Okay, see, the border is green. Okay, this is the border. Here see, the border is given 2 pixels. Okay, if I increase the margin, which part of will be increased? The margin will is the outside of the border. So here write border, sorry, if I write margin top, I will give the margin top goes to 30 pixel. See, it will be little bit downward. See, it is little bit downward, and margin is given 30 pixel in top. Okay, and then comes a padding. Padding is the gap between the original content and the border. Here see, the original content and border are what? Overlap with each other. If I need a gap between the which one? The border and the content, then I can use the padding. Okay, padding equals to, for example, 20 pixel from both sides, from four sides. See, top, bottom, left, right, all the parts are given 20 pixel padding. Here there is a gap between the content and the border. Okay, and the innermost part is the original content. Margin, border, padding, and content. So if you need to increase the size that is outside of the content, that you will increase the margin. If you need to increase the border, okay, if you need the increase the boundary width, you will use the border. If you need a space between the original content and boundary of that content, you will use padding. Okay, you can remember this by a short formula, that is Mbappe, M for margin, B for border, and P for padding. Mbappe is a popular footballer. You also knowing it. Okay. Okay. Then comes the, what is this? Then come this is the CS box model, and after this we'll go for margin border padding content. After this we'll go for display properties. Okay, some display properties. That is inline block, and null. If, for example, the div div is a block level element, so its display property is display block. Okay, it it is taking the whole width. If I need to change the div's display property to inline, I need to make a div to inline. So I can write inside the div, I can write display and inline. So you see the difference here. See, now it is not taking the whole width, it is taking the width that is only necessary for that. See, the border is there only, it is not taking the whole width. Okay, so this is the difference between your inline element and block level element. If I change, by default it is block. If I change this to display equals to block, okay, it will be, whole block will be there. Okay, if I change to display inline will be there. Okay, any doubts? See, similarly, if there is a span is there, you need to change the uh, property of span. What is the span property? It is inline element. So this is a span. Okay, this is a span. See, this inline element. That's why coming one after one by one. Okay, one after another. So if I need to change this span property to block level, so what can I write? Simply display block. So here what will happen? It is not changing. Let me check. I think I have given the span. Check the CSS. Acha, there is a spelling mistake. Yes. Okay. See, this is a span comes as a block level element, taking the whole width of the viewport. Okay. Okay. So this is the difference between the block level element and inline element. And in inline element, so you cannot define the. Let's see, margin top 100%. And if you want the whole inline and block level elements property in both, so you can write that for example here span will be inline block. If you want to use the property of inline, use the property of block also, you can write the inline block. Okay, so this will have the inline property also along with the block property, because in inline property you cannot use the padding and margin, etc. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay. Okay. Padding. Okay, that's fine. Let's remove this. Sorry. Count out this one. Then comes the next one, that is the display none. This is an important important not. This is an interesting property. If I am creating any div, okay. For example, this span, and this spans, I will change this to uh, which one? Uh, Example, I need to change it to the display, then none. So the whole thing will be removed from the DOM. Okay, from the DOM also the thing will be removed. But there is also one another property that is visibility equals to hidden. Okay, visibility equals to hidden and display equals to none. Both the things doesn't see doesn't allow you to have the element inside your DOM, but these two are different in case of use, because when display none is there, the whole thing will be removed. Okay, whole thing will be removed from the uh, DOM. But inside, when you're writing visibility equals to hidden, in that part, the visibility is hidden, but that part will be present inside your span. See, inside your which one? The DOM. See, the span is here. It is there. Okay, it is showing na span is there. But if you write the same thing as display none, it is visibility hidden. If you write display none here, see the span will not showing here. Okay, no span is there. This is the difference between display none and visibility hidden. I think you got the difference between display none and visibility hidden. Okay. In span, can you assign height, width, and property? No, because span is a in an element. I cannot use the height width here. If I write here height equals to 100 pixel, it is not showing. Okay, display is not. See, it is having which one? The 87.8 and 18. That is not the required thing. I have changed the height to which one? 100 pixel, but it is not working. For working this, I need to change this to, if I need an element that will work as an inline element, but it will have its height, and we can change this to display inline block. That is the work of inline block. Na, I told you that is the work of inline block. See, here there will be height of 100 pixel. I think it is visible. Okay, Saurabh. Okay, next topic. Next topic is text property. In text property, we change the normal text behavior. We change the normal text behavior. Let me comment these things. These are very clumsy codes. Okay, let me copy paste the whole code into another file. Then I will uh, create another file just to make all the things index2.html. I am naming it. Okay, here we'll do the text properties that are there. The first text property is text decoration. Text decoration means you have seen yesterday when I am using a anchor tag. For example, click me to access Google. Click me to access Google. Okay. Now I need to open with live server. I delete this one. Okay. Click me to access Google, and I need to give the URL of this inside the href attribute. Okay. Now fine. If I am clicking on this one, it is going to google.com. It's fine. But the problem is, let's go to any other website, for example, ClickBank. See, this is a this is also a link because this is also routing to another page, but this is not having any underline. But in our anchor tag, there is an underline. So to remove that underline, there is a this is a text decoration underline to make to display the link as this. Okay, things are having the underlines. So to remove that, I can use text decoration property. For example, style tag I will use, and for each anchor tag I will write text decoration none. So the underline will be removed. See now the underline is removed. You can try another properties that are text decoration equals to, for example, see what are the other property are there: dotted, double, line through, none, overline, solid, underline, wavy. Let's make it wavy. It will be not showing anything. Let's change it to any other. For example, line through. A single line will be between the link like this. Okay. In WhatsApp it is there, na? You can write like this. And other property are, for example, double. Let's see in double what happens. Nothing is happening. And dotted it will work. Not working. So this. I think these are having other values, but I have not used this. I have only used the text decoration none and text decoration line through. You can use underline also here. You can write underline. A underline will be there. Okay, and this is the by default property of anchor tag. Okay, then uh, the other property, which one? The text align. Oh yes. Yesterday I was aligning the text by using the align equals to center. Okay. So there is another way to align this. So how can I align? You can write text align and the type of align you want. For example, you want center. Okay. If you want to text align center. Okay, this is not work because it is a span level element. I have to create a div for that. Uh, Div, inside div I will write some random text, for example lorem 130. Okay, it is there but it is not centered. It is left aligned. By default it is left aligned, so for making it left aligned I have to write div, and inside the div I need to write text align center. And this is the best way to center the text. See, it is center aligned. If you are making it left aligned, simply write left. It will be left aligned. If you want to change this to right, simply write, okay, it will be right aligned. And justify is a thing. It is mainly used for creating the research paper. Text align justify. See, justify for document all this just text align justify is used. Okay, and let's see any other property are there or not. Start, it is same as that, and justify left right and same thing we have done all. Okay, text align, let make it center. Okay, okay. There is another method to center element, but I will not recommend this. For your knowledge only I am telling you. If you want to center your div, whole div you want to center, for example whole this link I need to center, I will simply wrap this link within a center tag. Okay, within a center tag. See, it is coming in center. This was used before many days. That's why it is depreciated now, red in color. It cannot be in use in HTML6 version. Okay, I will not recommend this, but if you cannot, you are facing problem in centering things, you can use a center tag for that. Okay, but I will not recommend this. Any doubts till now? Okay, no doubts. Then after this, next property, that is the text transform. You need to transform the text. For example, this div we need to change. So for that, what I can do, I can write div text align center. Let's comment it. Write text transform. Okay, text transform. I need to capitalize each letter. So the first letter of each word will be capitalized. See, first letter of each word is capitalized. Okay. If I need to change the whole uh, letter to uppercase, I can write. Let's see. Whole words, all the words are converted to uppercase letters. You need to change this to lowercase, simply lowercase. Okay. All the elements are changed to lowercase. Let's see any other property are there or no. No. This is okay. So this is the text transform property. In text transform property, you transfer the elements. Okay. Then comes the family. Okay. Anyone knows the default font family of HTML? If anyone knows the default font family, what is the name of the font we are seeing now? This font. The how to center position set particular div only. I cannot getting the question. You want to say if you want to particular center the whole div, then the part is coming. That is the flexbox is coming, or you can use the center tag also for that. Flexbox and grid are coming. You can refer that. Invest nodes Times New Roman. Yes, it is the right answer. Times New Roman is the default text, default font used in the HTML files. So if I don't like Times New Roman, I need to change it. Then I will use the property that is the font family. Okay, font family. For example, I will use the Georgia font. Okay. See, when I am writing this, Georgia, then Times New Roman, then Times, then Serif. Okay. So what is the difference between this? Why all the fonts are written? I need only one font, but all the fonts are written. The problem is that one font is available in your machine. For example, Georgia is available in my machine. I'm writing the whole, I'm designing the whole application. But is I'm developing the application for me? No. I'm developing the application for the clients. And the clients can have the particular font Georgia or cannot have the particular font Georgia. If Georgia font is not available in the client machine, will it stop working? So we have to give an alternative to that. If Georgia is not there, then Times New Roman will come. If Times New Roman will not there, then Times will come. And if Times is not there, then Serif will come. And Serif, in my view, Serif is present in all the machines. Okay, so this is the difference. Why we write many fonts one by one after another using commas in font family. Okay, these are the default font family that are there. The Giorgio normal fonts that are given. See the font now changes to another font. But if anyone wants to use an Google font, anyone what many companies are using, you will also use when you will develop any application. So you have to simply search for Google font. A popular font is used, that is a Poppins font, that is a Google font, very much popular font. Okay, and that popular font you can use this by you can click on Google Fonts, and this is the Poppins, and this is the font. And for using the font, you can click on Get Font. Here it is there on the upper right corner, Get Font, and the font font family added. If you want to download it, you can download it, but I don't need to download it. I only get the embedded code. Then I will use the CDN for it. Here it has given me the serial code, and what is written? Embed code in your head of your HTML. So I'll copy this. See, you are using the web project now, that's why web is selected here. If you are using any Android, iOS, Flutter application development, then you can use the other one. Okay. So we are concerning about the web only. So we will copy the code and simply place it inside the head. Okay. Simply placing inside the head. Here we have placed. Okay. And here Poppins font is present, and to use the font I will simply write what? Poppins inside the font family. So here Poppins I will write inside the font family, and I think this will be double colon. See, the font is changed to Poppins. If you want to inspect also, you can also inspect See, the font is which one? Poppins. Okay, I think that's fine. You can use Google Fonts by this way. Okay, if you want any other font, you can access it. I can use it. Okay, so after this, uh, the font family is complete. Then comes the list style type. Previously, on the previous class, we have declared lists. Okay. For list, how to declare list? Three type of lists are there: unordered list, ordered list, and nested list. When you are using any unordered list, for example UL, you are defining li, for example C, then another li, C++, for example another Python. Okay, then for example JS. Okay, JavaScript. See, all the things are there. But the symbol that is coming is which one? Circle. I don't need a circle symbol. What can I do? I can change the symbol. How to change the symbol? I have to write the code in UL tag, and inside the UL tag I will select list style type. Okay, and there are different list style type. For example, I need a circle. What can I write? A circle is there only. Okay, if I need a Georgian, okay, C, Georgian font. It is in Georgian. If I need a, for example, there will be triangle shapes now, upper Latin formation. Then if I need a Armenian, let's see what is this Armenian is. See, it is another list style. Okay, if you want to use the disk, it is disk. For example, another one, the first one is the circle. Circle will have the anterior part as I think there is a error. Two columns are there. Okay. See, the inner part is blank. Only the perimeter part is there. This is the one. If you change this to any uppercase, lowercase Roman, lowercase alphabet, see, it will come as A, B, C, D. Okay. This is how you can change the list style type. Simply very much easy in CSS, but if you want to change in HTML, it is quite difficult. That's why CSS comes into picture and makes the life of developers very much easy and to develop a very good user interface for client. Okay. Yes, Times New Roman is a kind of font that is used in print and digital documents. Yes. Okay. Uh, so let's move further. There is list style type is completed. Text property are there. See, there are thousands of CSS property. Okay, thousands of property, and on the some other day, some new property are added. So you don't have to remember all the property. You have to remember only the property that are required for you. If you are not remembering the property, you can simply Google it. The MDN reference, you know, na? MDN reference. That is giving all the CSS property that are there, all the properties. Okay, you can refer that and do your thing. You don't have to remember all the things. Okay, let's come to the CSS Flexbox. Okay. CSS Flexbox. CSS Flexbox is one of the what do you say? One of the best way to design the layout of the website. Before Flexbox and Grid are there, we have to use the tables. Yesterday I show you na how using tables we can define the layout of the websites by using the tables. Okay, but CSS Flexbox makes the life easy by using it. And the use of tables is very much complicated. Where to use the row span, where to use the call span, and where to use all these things. This is very complicated. Okay. So we use CSS Flexbox property to to design the layout of the website in a better way. Okay. So likewise, we are displaying. changing the property of display inline on display block, we need to change the display property to display inline here. Sorry, display uh, which one? Flex here. See, correct. Okay. Commenting this, and whole comment will be there. Okay, let it have a div that is a parent. Okay, and inside the div, for example, there is a ERP system. Okay, there is a ERP system. The first one will have will show some kind of, for example, any, let's go to any site here. See, there is one card, USA versus India, then another card, another card, another card. Things are called as cards. Okay, so one after another, one after another, four cards uh, are there. Okay, so I want to design a same kind of interface. Four card will be there. Okay, so this is box card one, card two, card three, card four. So for that, I have to define a parent div, and inside the parent div, I have to define the child. Okay, div dot child. Okay, so if I'm defining this, this is child one, and simply we can copy paste it. This is two, three, this is four. See, let's see how it is done. One, two, three, four. Okay, but we need these things horizontally. Okay. We need horizontally. This is vertically designed, na, but we need horizontally. What we can do, I can change the display property of parent. If I will change the display property of parent to grid and to flexbox, then the display property of then the childs of that parent block will be designed, will be aligned properly. So I have to assign the display flex property to the parent, not the child. See how I am writing. I will write dot parent. Inside the parent, I will use display flex. Not working. Yes, sorry. Typo. Oops. I think I need to save it. Yes. See, now it is giving one after another. But this is not the way. Okay, this is not the way it was there. And this said there's a particular height and width, no? So I have to specify the height of each child. So let's specify child, and for that each child we'll specify the height. Height equals to, for example, 100 pixel. Okay, and let's specify the width. Width equals to 300 pixel. Okay, see, height equals to 100 pixel, and this is 300. Width is a little bit more, so let's make it 150. Oh, yes, one, two, three, four. Four childs are there. Okay, now I have to place this child like this to center. Okay, center align this. So I will simply write justify content equals to center. Simply this. See, these things are center aligned. Okay, these things are center aligned. If I need to give a column gap, also I can give a column gap of, for example, 10 pixel. I need to give a column gap of 10 pixel. See, there is a gap of 10 pixel after one. Getting na? Gap of 1 pixel after one after another. If you want to have a border, after border you will get to know all the things. Uh, Border 2 pixel solid black. See, there is a gap of 10 pixel. Okay. If I'm not writing this, it is like this. After writing the column gap, it is like this. Okay. If there are other property also justify content, how I want to justify the content. It is center align. That's why it's center. If I need to, like this way, in the clipboard side, the on the left side that are blank. So this is what, but I can use the other property. For example, I can use the space around. Okay, space around. It will have space on both sides. Okay, space on both sides. And if I need the space evenly, okay, same space will be there between each elements. Same space is there. And if I write space space between, so only the space will be on the between. On the left and right, there will be no space. Okay. So these are the property. And comes one thing. If another child comes, okay, if another child comes, for example, div dot child, let's copy. Okay, child 5, 6, 7. If I am not giving anything, it will try to uh, manage this child by manage all the 7 child by managing the width. Okay, but I will specify the width here. What is the width? Should be 150. But as it is not wrapping, it is changing the width. Okay, width of, what is the width? 143, but I have given 150 pixel. So this problem is getting, so to for solving the problem, I can simply write flex wrap wrap. Okay, so it will wrap. Wrap means if another is coming, one child is coming that is exceeding one, then it comes to which one, on the next line. That is this change is called wrapping. Okay, so this is wrapped after the line finishes. Okay, so these are very useful tools for designing an application that is having a cards. You are showing, yeah, for any ERP system, because you will only use these type of systems. You will not write any only paragraph and pictures will not be enough. You have to design the cards in a very specific way. Okay, so let's see some other property. Uh, Align items. If you want to align it vertically also, so how to write align items center. Okay, it will be vertically aligned. Okay, so and some other property. If you want to change the flex direction, then what is the direction here? The flex direction is left to right, or we can say horizontal. Okay, if you want to change the flex direction also, you can change. It is column wise. So I want to column reverse. Okay, so the first will be placed this one. Okay, then this one. By default it is row. I have to change in the column. That's why it will come to first 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. If I'm writing column reverse, then the order will be changed. First the 7 will come, then 6, then 5. By default it is row. Okay, flex direction is row. 1 2 3 4 5 6, then after 1 7. If you want to change the direction to row reverse, you can write row reverse, and first the 7 will become, and last 1. Okay, the wrapping part is done. That's why it is coming on the next line. 7, say 6 5 4 3 2 1. I think it's clear. Okay. Okay. Any doubts regarding Flexbox? Flexbox is one of the best where I use generally use Flexbox many times while using any application, while developing any applications. But I also use the Bootstrap, and Bootstrap is little bit handy tool for designing faster development of application. In Bootstrap, simply all the CSS are written. You have to write the class name only, not the CSS you want to write. Okay, only the class name. And in Bootstrap, if you want to design the application, in Bootstrap, grid is used. Then comes the role of grid. If time permits, we will go for Bootstrap a little bit today. If time permits, Xbox is finished. Then the CSS grid. Okay, CSS grid. Grid is, if you want to, there are two ways of designing the layout. One is the Flexbox, another is grid. These are the two modern ways to design the layout of the application. If you want to design in Flexbox, you can design in Flexbox. If you want to design in grid, you can design in grid. Okay, so if you want to design in grid, if you want to design both in Flexbox and grid, that is not possible. You either you choose the Flexbox or grid. Okay. Same design can be implemented in both cases. Okay. So let's come to grid. As we are only applying to the parent only for the flex part, part, same thing will be applied to the parent, the grid part. So we'll write parent, and here we'll write style, display equals to grid. Okay, display equals to grid, and the child elements will be grid aligned. Let's see how it is showing. See, simply it is having its display grid. Okay, okay. But I want grid uh, in form of columns. Okay, in form of column. So I'll write grid template columns. Then I will specify the width of the columns. Okay. For example, first will be consuming 10 pixel, 100 pixel, then 200 pixel, then 300 pixel. Okay, see, first one will consume 100 pixel. Is it visible? 100 pixel. Second one is consuming 200 pixel. Third one will consume 300 pixel. And after this will go on. First will be that will come, will take 100, 200, 300. If I want to change this to which one? Uh, mm, in dividing the whole elements into small equal parts, I can write auto and auto. I want three columns, and that's why I am writing three auto. So see, 1 2 3 are equally spaced. Okay, it is left aligned, that's why it is not showing properly. Let make it left center aligned dot child. Okay, and for each, let's have its height and width also. Yes, that is specified, and we provide a border also. Okay, see, it is kind of this. And if you want to center align na, so text align center, so text will be center align. See, text are center align. Okay, as we have specified the width, that's why it is taking it as auto here. If I want to have four items in one row, I can write 4 auto. See, four items will become in one. Same thing will be there. If now justify, if you want how to justify, you want to justify I want to center it, all things will be centered. Same thing, I want to space evenly, same space evenly. I want to make it space between, same things are used. But the here the grid representation is kind of tabular representation. Okay, but the Flexbox representation is not like the tabular representation. This is the difference between Flexbox and grid. Okay, one comes then after, then one after another. And here also gap is there. For example, you need to provide the column gap. column gap equals to, for example, you need to provide 20 pixel. 20 pixel will be column gap will be provided. Okay, as it is justified content, that's why it is not showing. If it is centered, then it will show properly. See, 10 pixel gap is okay. Uh, One thing I want to discuss with you all, a behavior of margin overlapping. Okay, a behavior of margin overlapping. Let's go back to index.html file. Here I will explain the margin overlapping property. Okay, comment out these things. Let's use another div dot another div. For example, this div will have the top div. Okay, and after this div, another div will come. That is the bottom div. Okay, top div and bottom div. Here, style equals to, for example, I am using here the margin bottom. I want to give 30 pixel margin. Okay, 30 pixel margin, and here I am giving margin of style, margin of top equals to 30 pixel. Okay, so I write this will have 30 pixel margin, this will have 30 pixel top margin, this will have 30 pixel bottom margin. Now how should this work? How should this be visible to the user? Let's see. Okay, the css is already there, that's why the problem is coming. Let's remove all the css that are already present here. Okay, okay, all css are removed. And one thing I need to do, I need to give a background color to red and make this a background color to, for example, green. Okay. I want to make visible these things. See, this is the top div and this is the bottom div. What is the margin top and bottom I have given? 30 pixel. So this will have 30 pixel, this will have 30 pixel. So let's check the gap. See, here it is taking uh, how much border? 30 pixel top, and this one is having 30 pixel. So this total gap is 30 pixel, but top is demanding 30 pixel below, bottom margin, but bottom is demanding 30 pixel top margin. So as 30 becomes same for them, so it overlaps with each other, and the margin overlapping comes into picture. If the bottom div requires 30 pixel, it will get 30. If the top div requires 30, total will be 30 pixel. If I write 40 pixel here, so what will happen? 40 pixel top margin, second value. So it will reduce to a little bit. Here, see. Here it is taking 30 pixel, 40 pixel of margin top. Here you see. But the top div will have 30 pixel of bottom margin. Here overlapping becomes only for that 30 pixel and 10 pixel is remained for that bottom div. Okay, so this is a concept of margin overlapping. In general sense, there will be 40 plus 30, 70 pixel of gap between them, but this is not required. This is as background overlapping properties are there, so the background margin overlapping property are there, so the margin will be overlapped here. Okay, whole 70 pixel will not be declared at the margin, it will be overlapped, and 40 pixel, whichever is larger, that amount of margin will be applied to them. Okay, okay. Then comes to which one? CSS grid, same things. Grid template column, justify content, grid gap we have also already used. Grid gap. Okay. Then comes the CSS media queries. Okay. In media query, we are developing the application for the as well as the mobile application, which will show in mobile also, and the application will also be available on the laptops also. But the laptops have a wider screen, but the mobile you are using have a width that is small size as compared to the laptop. So we have to design an application that will be having a good interface on both the applications. So for that, what can I do? For example, let's make a navigation bar. Okay, so I'll create uh, another file called navigation bar.html. Okay, navigation bar.html. So I'll add a boilerplate template, and for the navigation bar I'll add a nav tag here. Okay, inside the nav tag there will be, I'll have the list, another list, and li will be used. Inside the style tag, here I will declare the list style type none. Okay, and declare the ul as the, for example, let's make it flex. Okay, sorry, display flex, display flex. Okay, I will do this thing later. I will first let's design the application. The which one? The navigation bar. First, there will be a live for the image of our um, logo. That may be the company's logo. Make an image here. Then comes another list item that will have the home. Okay. Then another list item that will have about us. Uh, let it be any. Let's make it a college website where admission are also taken place in that website, and another that will be contact us, contact us. Okay, these things I want to show you. Okay, so let's make open with live server. See, this is how it is showing, but we need a how the navigation are there. These are given in the horizontal axis. Now these are having the row, flex equals to row. So uh, let's take an image logo, company logo, company logo. Yeah, let's take this logo. Okay, yes, let's download it, save images in the same file. Let's download it. Okay, this is not JPG image. Uh, this is also not a JPG image. I need a JPG image. I think this will work. This is also a JPG. I need PNG or JPG. I think this will have the PNG image. Save images. No. Yes. This is. Let's make it logo. Okay. So I've saved here. So dot slash. Where is the logo? Here I have saved. Save images. Okay, in the day one I have saved. No problem. So I will save this dot slash, and this is the logo, and then the home will come. Let's see how it is showing. Okay, like this. Okay, no problem. First, we will change the image width. How can we change the image width? There is a attribute width, and that width will decrease. For example, 200. Okay. 200 is also a very big number for this. For example, make it 60. Okay, okay, now it is fine. After this, the home, about us, admission, contact us. These four things will be aligned horizontally. So these are the kind of cards inside the UL. Okay, this is the child and UL is the parent. So I have to write display flex here. After writing display flex, all the things now see all the things are aligned on the row. But this is not the way I want. I want this to have, for example, the horizontal way. So a little bit of gaps to be provided. So I need to justify content. For example, space evenly I will use. Okay. So little better. Okay. But these things need a kind of space from the upside. I can use the padding. Okay. So the li I will use the padding top equals to, for example, 30 pixel. Okay. Uh, the padding of 30 pixel I need, but I don't need in case of image. Okay, because the image is getting here. So what can I use? I can use padding. I can use internal style here. Okay, so for that I can write style padding top equals to 30 pixel. Okay. 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 And I will comment out this. Let's see how it shows. Okay, 30 pixel is a big number. I need to change this to 20. Okay, 20 is there. Yes, 20 is there. Now it is working fine. Then I need to give an let's provide an background color to this navigation bar. Let's give an background color of which one? Let's make it aquamarine. Background color aquamarine. Okay, sorry, aquamarine. See, it's working fine. There is a gap on the upside. Let's see what kind of gap it is. Okay, we need, we don't need this kind of gap that is provided by default. So we need, from the starting I'll write margin 0 and padding 0. Okay, now see it is working fine. Okay, so let's see, this is a box, this is a box, this is a box, this is a box. Okay, I need the box size to be fixed size. Okay, so let's make a large width to be fixed, that is for example 100 pixel. Okay, now the width is fixed, and let makes the text align center. Okay, text align center, all the text are aligned center with. Then when, let's make an animation, when I'll hover on this, the color will be changed to, let's say, aqua. Okay, so a live, then I'll write simply hover. Okay, then I will change the background color to aqua. Okay, see, it's now working. When I'm hovering over it, it will become aqua. And let's also increase it font size to look it better. Font size will become larger, kind of. Okay, okay, then after, okay, this is looking fine. So This is working fine because this is only on the laptop screen. It is designed for the which one? Laptop screen, wide screen. But when it becomes a screen that is not laptop, or that can be mobile screen, and I reduce the size or the weight to, for example, 400 pixel, it is also showing. But when these things will break down, see, this is becoming like this. I don't need this. Okay, when I will decrease the size, and eventually it will decrease the size, it's not looking good. Okay, so what can I do? I can use when a media query. So when the size will be decreased, when the size of the viewport, or where the device is, where the web page is displayed, is reduced, then you can use a css media query, and change the li width. The li width is fixed now, 100 pixel. You can change the li width to, for example, 50 pixels. Okay, here see, li width, what is the li width? It is 100 pixel. That's why it is overlapping and not giving us correct result. If I reduce it to 50 pixel, around 50 pixel, it will. Let's see how it works. First I have to write the media query, and for media query, I will simply copy this one. Here I write the css media query. It is written at the red media, then only screen. Okay, like this. And after this, the condition is written. What is the condition? If the max width is 6, up to max width 600 pixel, the background color will be changed to light blue. It is there, but we need not use the background color. I need to change the width. So width of a light. So width will be changed to which one? For example, uh, 50 pixel. Okay, 50 pixel will be set as the width, and font size will be also decreased to, for example, it is already, so make it 10 pixel. Okay, see, it is already in use. But it is now up to 600. Uh, is it visible? This one. This is the width. Okay. When it will reach 600, see how it is working. Okay. Now it is 601. When it will be 600, see, the font size decreases. The li width here, see, li width also becomes 50 pixel, and now when it comes to mobile screen, then it works fine. Okay, it is having a quite good amount of gap between views and looking good. Okay, so this is the use of media query. Media query helps us to develop the uh, application that is uh, platform dependent. Okay. It can be used in the laptops also, in widescreen, and it can be used on the phones also, mobile phones. Okay, any doubts? Okay, okay. Then uh, responsive part is over. Then uh, I think in 10 minutes is remaining. Let's go to. I want to introduce you Bootstrap. Okay, how to use Bootstrap, because if you will write this custom CSS, you will take 100 days to develop a website. But if you know the frameworks, CSS frameworks, that are Bootstrap, Tailwind, these are the CSS frameworks. Already the CSS is defined for that. You only have to use that. So how can you use that? So let's create a another page, that is the new file, that is the, for example, Bootstrap. Okay, bootstrap.html. Okay, so to use Bootstrap, you need to get the CDN of it. You need to get the Bootstrap document. So there is getbootstrap.com. Okay, and Bootstrap is very much easy to use. Simply, what you have to do, you have to include via CDN. I need only CDN. I don't want to install it or download it. I want to use the CDN. I'll copy to the clipboard. This one, just copy. This is for the CSS part. Okay, and another one, and then for the JavaScript part, and this is one JavaScript. As JavaScript is loaded on the last part, we'll copy this and paste it in the last part of the body. Okay, now the Bootstrap is available to you. So how to use Bootstrap? And you have to only check for the already predefined exam documents that are there. For example, I need a navigation bar. Okay, so I write navigation bar. So how navbar? So see, this is a kind of navbar. It is defined navbar, then home, then link, then there is a drop down, then this is the disable button, there is a search button, search field, then a search button. So if I want this kind of uh, interface in my this kind of navbar in my application, so I can simply copy this, okay, and simply paste it here. Okay. And when I will open with live server, see the pre-default um, navigation bar is for you. You can simply use this, or if I need any other link, for example here, okay, if I need any other link, for example here it is here, I will simply copy, I will paste it, two links will be there here. Okay. If I need to change the color of that home is black color, I need to change the color. You have to define the already custom CSS is written. You are only using it by class name for creating a for the this part. I am creating another div and writing some random text RM34. You have to only write the class name. For example, I'm now to change the text color to red. So what will I write? I'll simply write text danger. Okay, class equals to text danger. See, the color is changed to which one? Red. If I need to change the color to cyan, I write text info. Okay, see, text info. Okay, the color is changed to cyan. If I change the color to green, the text success change to green. Don't even write a single line of CSS also. You can do it. But if you want to write CSS, you can also write CSS inside the Bootstrap. There is no tools for this thing. You can also write the CSS, custom CSS for that. And if you want to do this by only you adding the class name, see how easily it is. You only have to use the class name. Previously we are defining the grid part. How to define the grid? First I will do a parent container. Inside the parent container I will have many childs, and inside the parent I will have to write the uh, which one, display flex. And for this thing, how, see how I can easily do that thing. See, I will write a div dot container. Okay, container is the class name. Okay, and inside the container I will add another class, that is the dplex. You only have to remember the class name. Dplex means displayplex, which already displayplex is applied. And inside the div, if you write simple div card 1. Okay, I'll copy paste it. Sorry. Okay, okay, see, card 1. So if I want to justify center, so what I'll write, uh, justify center, justify center. I remember forget the name. Let's check it. Uh, Here display flex. You can refer the documentation. And the flex box here flex is there, and inside the flex you can write like this. Right. Give me a second. Justify content, yes. Justify content, acha. Center. Justify content, then center. All the things will be center aligned. See, center aligned. You want space, you can also give a space to them. How to give space? You can easily give space is the space evenly. Okay. Justify content space evenly. Okay, it is not working. Space evenly, space evenly. For that, let's check how to space evenly. Justify content evenly. Okay. Justify content evenly. See, some space is there. And if you want to have a border also, you can give a border class equals to border border black. Okay. See, there is a border here. If you want to have a padding, okay. How can you give padding? You can give P colon, for example, 3. So it will give a 3 rem padding. See, padding is there. If you want to uh, have the margin also, M margin top. So you have to write MT 4. So a little bit of margin will be there. See, little bit of margin also there. Okay. All the things you have to write only the class names, nothing else. Okay, you have to remember the class names only, and by using this, you can clearly uh, develop a responsive application also, because Bootstrap is properly responsive. Can a website or a page be responsive without media query? Without media query, uh, can be responsive. It depends on the device you are using. It can be, but I don't think. Okay. You have to use the media query for creating responsive application. If you are using Bootstrap, it is already predefined. It is uh, responsive, because when let us create grid in Bootstrap. How to create the grid? You have to define a row. Div dot row class equals to row. Then inside row you have to define how many space it will consume. For example, div dot call md call 6. No md call 6, and another call div dot call 6. Okay, and inside this first container at the second container. Okay, first container, second container. This will call empty call 6. In Bootstrap, the whole page is divided into 12 columns. Okay, so call 6 means it will half, and other another call 6 means it will half. So see, the first container, it is having the half part of the viewport, and second one having the second part. If you want to have another div, okay, another div uh, dot call, for example, 6. Okay, this will wrapped. Okay, third container, this will be wrapped. One after another will come. See, one after another is coming. But if you want 3 in one row, so how can you divide 12 into 3? So you can give a 4 to all these things. So 4, 4, 4, it will be 12. Consider 12, and see, first, second, third. You have to use the logic here. Okay, so this is the thing. And if you use MD here, it will break on medium screen. On medium screen, it will be breakup. It means the wrap up will be done on medium screen. For example, here, when I will reduce the screen, yeah, see, it is now becoming one after another. But when it is becoming a large screen, see, on large screen, that is up to 740 around. When it is becoming large screen, it is having first, second, third. But when it is becoming medium, then it is breaking and wrapped up one after another. You can use small also in case of MD. You can use SM also. So in small case, it will be breaking down. Okay, on small devices, it will be breaking down. Here, so here it is not small in small. Yes, now it's wrapped up. Okay, I think it's clear. So success info others are keywords for the specific. Yes, success info are other keywords. If you want other keywords also here, colors. See, text primary is the blue color, success is the green color, danger is the red color, warning is the yellow color, info is the cyan, and text light is one of kind of white. Text body secondary is the gray color, tertiary is little bit of another gray, another shade of gray. Okay, so you have to only remember the class names, and by this you can create the website in a faster way, and development will be faster in case of Bootstrap. Okay, by only writing CSS uh, you cannot have create a application within a span of time. Okay, so I will recommend use the many types of frameworks that are Bootstrap. Tailwind also same. Tailwind you also have to link the CDN and the class names are there. You have to remember the class names and same thing you have to do. Okay, I think we are getting out of time. I've covered the different aspect of CSS. We can normally use color also, sir. Yes, we can normally use the colors. I told you now you can write the custom CSS also. Let's there we have paragraph tag, for example, lorem 34. Here we can simply write the style at attribute and color equals to red, or let's keep it blue. Okay. See blue color it's showing me. Yeah, fine. Okay. Any other doubts? Okay. Thank you. Thank you all for joining the session. And tomorrow we'll be covering the JavaScript part, and JavaScript part is important for the React part. We'll on the last day we'll get into React, and React will be. Uh, and on the last 2 days there is a backend session. So for backend session you need React, and that will be helpful for you if you do the JavaScript part tomorrow. We'll go to a little bit of starting from the DOM manipulation. We'll get into the different section of JavaScript, and let's hope we will understand the concept. Then we'll go for the backend development. Okay. On the last day, we'll go into some part of React and have and we'll create a portfolio site of you. Everyone will create the portfolio site. I will create the portfolio site, a demo portfolio site by using the HTML CSS Bootstrap, and some part of React I will do. Okay, so this will help for you. Okay, so I think Nimansa is not there for the closing of the session. Okay, thank you.